everybody, welcome back. I know it's been a while since we've covered anything alien related on this channel, at least that's what it seems like to me. But I did tease that the AvP line of Alien Warriors was indeed coming, and well, we're going to start today off by talking about one in particular, and that is the Xenomorph Warrior from the AvP line. And we'll get to the grid alien after in another video, as well as the glow-in-the-dark special novelty one in a future video. But for today, I'll definitely want to start off with this guy because it's probably my favorite of the three. There is one specific reason why this one isn't. Actually, a couple of reasons, but we'll get to that when we get to that one. So if I've ever mentioned the Alien Warriors from the AvP NECA line, you know I have nothing but high praise for them. It's for a very good reason. These designs were based off the Alien Resurrection aliens, but they were modified a little bit and brought up to date so they could do battle with the predators of the films. And I really do like this sculpt a whole lot, starting off with the head. The whole figure is done up with a black shiny plastic, and it's really beautiful once you add some silver and brown highlights to it. And that's what NECA did with this Xenomorph Warrior, and I really do like it. Look at the head, all that detail on the sides of the head. Got all those biomechanical muscles and tubing, and the highlight for me on this one is the translucent dome where you can see the inner skull to a certain degree, and on the top it's more noticeable, while as it gets towards the base of the head there's more of a darker black gradient. When you look at the teeth on this one, they're done with a very shiny silver metallic paint, while the inner mouth also follows suit. When you look at the rest of the body, there's more of that muscly tissue done up on the upper arms, as well as the biomechanical nature of the rest of the Xenomorph. When you look at the rib cage in particular, it's very human-esque and kind of creepy if you look at it real closely. Once again, lots of nice highlights with that muddy brown that I really do like, and it goes throughout the rest of the figure, down to the legs, the hands. The hands are nice and lanky, and the fingers are very creepy. Love the shoulder tubing, as well as those dorsal tubes, which are pretty thin on these Alien Warriors for the AvP line, and the rest of the legs look pretty good. Thankfully, they're able to support this alien's weight for the most part, which is in part thanks to the thicker tail on this one, and lots of beautiful ridges on that tail. Especially as it gets towards the end, the ridges do get thinner, but also come up a bit more as you get towards the blade of the tail. And this is vicious. Look at this tail. This is meant to stab a predator right through the heart. So in terms of articulation, yes, these Xenomorphs do look a bit small when they're all scrunched over, but if you stand them up straight, oh man, these things are pretty damn tall. So let's see, articulation wise, the head can look back a good amount, so that you can get him on all fours in a way, or even have him look like he's swimming. You can get it to look forward a tiny bit amount, not too great on mine actually, because my head keeps popping off. For some reason the joint is pretty loose on that ball joint, so that's a big issue on mine, but never had that issue with the other ones. The mouth does open and close, as well as the inner mouth does like to pull out. Thankfully this inner mouth isn't as wobbly as say some of the other Xenomorphs from like Aliens or the Big Chap. In terms of the arms, they can come up to a T pose. Rotates all the way around. There is some swivel at the bicep. The biceps are also double jointed as well. And there is also a swivel hinge combo for that wrist. And the two middle fingers can also move as well. The upper body of the Xenomorph can rotate. You can't get it to move forward too much, but you can get it to lean back just a little bit. Helps with that all fours pose as well. The rest of the articulation is done up on the waist here. You can rotate the legs all the way around, which is always good. Just be careful with those. You don't want to snap those. These are hard to come by these days. They can spread apart a good amount too. There is a double bend at the knee, as well as some swivel. There is some swivel here at the base of the hip as well for these legs. so that's always good. More articulation than the AvP Warrior, thankfully, with these legs. And for the foot, you can swivel side to side, you can get that toe to hinge, and you can move it forward and back. And rotate, of course, so there's a lot of articulation on this guy. And it really does help get this guy in some really sweet poses. They're very expressive and very fun to pose. Very intimidating too once you get them in a good pose. And of course, you know, it goes without saying, the tail can also rotate at the base, and it is also on a sturdy bendy wire. I haven't had any issues with this one in particular. I use it all the time to help support the alien's pose, and yeah, it works like a charm. You know, till it eventually breaks on me. I just hope that doesn't happen like it did on the AvP Warrior. This one unfortunately does not come with any accessories whatsoever. So let's move on to size comparisons. Here we have him compared to the Storm Collectibles Bloody Reptile, as well as the AvP Double Pack Battle Damage Celtic Predator. Here he is next to the Bandai Creations Destroyer, as well as the Playmates Jet Jaguar. Here we have it next to the NECA Alien Resurrection Ripley 8, and the SH Figure Arts Rabbit Tag Sparkling from Kamen Rider Build. And here we have it next to the NECA Hornhead Predator and Ambush Predator. And here we have the AvP Xenomorph Warrior with the AvP Requiem line of NECA Aliens. On the left we have the AvP R Alien Warrior, as well as on the right the Pred Alien with the closed mouth variant. Both of which I've already reviewed on this channel in previous years, and you can see those thumbnails popping up right now. Actually, I'm going to update one of them. Yeah, and you're going to get links to those in the descriptions down below, as well as the top right hand corner of your screen. So if you want to check out those reviews, by all means, feel free to. And I know we're all waiting for ultimate versions of each of these figures, but unfortunately it seems like NECA's forgotten about the Alien line and has their head too far up the Ninja Turtles' asses right now. So I guess we'll have to wait forever for those. So despite having released so many years ago, there is a reason why this Xenomorph in particular is still considered one of my favorites of all time. The sculpt is simply delicious. The paint job is simple but effective. The translucent dome, ooh, it just shivers me timbers. And overall, it's a pretty sturdy alien that has stood the test of time, despite my many handlings. Now, what is taking NECA so long to create and release an ultimate release of this badass Xenomorph? I don't know, what NECA does completely baffles me sometimes. Good luck finding this one on the aftermarket for a decent price. However, if you are looking for one of the best NECA aliens you can ever get, then this one is definitely probably in the top tier of alien releases, and I could definitely suggest it. Don't go spending like a couple hundred on it now, alright? Anyways, that's it for this review for the NECA Alien vs Predator Xenomorph Warrior. That being said, I hope this review was enjoyable and helpful for you all. Thanks for watching once again. Remember, collect everything, connect everything if you can. Next up, we'll be taking a look at the Grid Alien, and yeah, we'll get to that when we get to that. Anyways, thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed and would like to see more videos like this, hitting the like button, sharing the video, commenting, and subscribing will help us defeat the evil algorithm. And if you enjoy video games, I have a dedicated channel just for that, so I hope to see you there.